Jai Hind friends and hello, this is Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues, English. I don't even know why, in this modern world in the 21st century, you need an organization called the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Why do you need such a body? I've often told my Pakistani friends, Pakistan is not a poor country, it's a highly mismanaged country. It's ruled by a corrupt cabal, a corrupt elite. Jai Hind friends and hello, this is Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues, English. Like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and never forget to press the bell icon. We need all the support that we can get from you. Well, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, a group of 57-58 Muslim countries, recently condemned the violence which they called against Muslims in India. This is regarding the Ram Navami violence, the riots that happened in India. They said that this violence has been perpetrated against Muslims. There are 2-3 things that I wanted to say, and then I will tell you what our Foreign Office said in response to that. First of all, I don't even know why, in this modern world in the 21st century, you need an organization called the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Why do you need such a body? I've never heard of something called the Organization of Christian Cooperation, Organization of Buddhist Cooperation, Organization of Hindu Cooperation. And the problem is that this is very overtly a communal organization. It divides the world into two parts, Muslim and non-Muslim, and that is what is wrong. And you see, Pakistan will keep on fueling these fires. Keep on saying, no, that is wrong in India, raise this. I want to tell all the Pakistanis who are watching this video, you can raise everything that you want 1,000,000 times and it won't make any difference. In a country, violence everywhere is condemnable. In India, outside, it doesn't matter. And we condemn all sorts of violence. Nobody's saying be violent. Nobody likes violence. It's bad for families, it's bad for life, it's bad for business, it's bad for the country. It's bad for society at large. But the problem is that in a country of 140 plus crore people, 1.4 billion people, things will happen. And it's not only that the Muslims are impacted, Hindus are impacted too. Sikhs are impacted, Christians are impacted. But when you create a body called the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, by the very nature of its name, it is bound to take a one-sided view. And this is why I call this body communal. Now, this is exactly the response of the Indian Foreign Office also. I'll just read out the formal response of the Indian Foreign Office. This is Arindam Bagchi, spokesperson of the External Affairs Ministry. He says, we strongly condemn the statement issued by OIC Secretariat today regarding India. This is one more example of their communal mindset and anti-India agenda. OIC only does its reputation damage by being consistently manipulated by anti-India forces. And this is why they are, I think, this is my analysis, they are referring to Pakistan. Pakistan, being a Muslim country, is a member of the OIC, and Pakistan keeps on fueling these fires. Not that it matters to us, but I'm saying Pakistan should focus on those long lines that people are standing every day for hours on end just to get a few crumbs of food. Pakistan is not looking at those lines. Pakistan is not looking at the fact that it has already defaulted, according to their defense minister, about to default, according to their prime minister, or never going to default, according to their finance. I don't know what's happening in Pakistan. But the fact of the matter is they should focus internally rather than focusing towards India, right? So this was one tight slap to everybody who tries to interfere in matters Indian. Now, in another news coming out of Japan, very interesting, Japan breaks with US allies, buys Russian oil at prices above cap. See, so 60 rupees a barrel was the price cap that the US said, anybody buying oil from Russia, they can't pay more than $60 a barrel, and Japan has chosen to do exactly that. And many people are saying that Japan is following India's example because India was one of the first countries that said that it does not matter whatever sanctions America puts on Russia. Russia is an old friend, and our loyalty. Let me just go back and explain a little bit. A lot of people, especially Europeans, 5 or 7 of them, some of them who used to be in touch with me regarding various forums, etc., they said that why isn't India taking the side of what is right, what is morally correct? We've always known India to be, a morally upright country. And India has always done that in the past. Why is India not doing it now? They were confused. India should take Ukraine's side against Russia. Now, this is the new India. We have taken India's side. We are not on the Russian side. We are not on the Ukrainian side. And the world must get used to this. We are on the Indian side. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the elected Prime Minister of India. He is not the elected Prime Minister or President of Ukraine or of Russia. It doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is what can benefit the Indian poor. And our decisions are taken accordingly. And I think this is exactly what Japan has chosen to do. America said $60 per barrel. Japan says no. We'll do whatever suits us. You cannot dictate. And you see, with this de-dollarization that is happening across the world, with more and more countries choosing to, sort of buy and sell at local currencies, using local currencies and not just the dollar, I think it's a wake-up call for America to stop trying playing the world's policeman. You need a certain amount of power to play the world's policeman. I'm not saying that it is wrong to play the world's policeman. For heaven's sake, go ahead and play the world's policeman if you have the power and authority and if people listen to you. The problem is nobody listens to America any longer. America is a shadow of its former self. Like Trump always says, make America great again. No, I don't agree with Trump. I don't agree with Trump at all. Many of his policies I don't like. But the fact of the matter is, America was saying that, regarding Rahul Gandhi's case, the Americans were saying that, in India, democracy is in danger. And this is laughable because you want to put an ex-president of the United States in jail. You want Trump in prison. And democracy is not in danger in the United States of America. And one member of parliament gets disqualified in India. And suddenly in India, democracy is in danger. Who knows what the Americans will think up next? Okay. The Pakistani rupee has hit 288 to the dollar. It is sinking like the Titanic. Now, there is very little that you can buy with the Pakistani rupee. Even the Afghans don't take the Pakistani rupee seriously any longer. From the last month, the Pakistani rupee has fallen more than 2.5 rupees against the US dollar. And this downslide continues. People are saying that the natural level is going to be ahead of 300 rupees to a dollar. That is what a lot of people in Pakistan are saying. They're saying it's only a matter of time, matter of a month, month and a half. It will cross 300 and then it will settle down at 3.5, 3.10, 3.15, 3.20, around about that. Bad days for Pakistan. I've often told my Pakistani friends, Pakistan is not a poor country. It's a highly mismanaged country. It's ruled by a corrupt cabal, a corrupt elite who have their kids in London, in Canada, in Dubai. They don't have any love lost for Pakistan. Just imagine when half the cabinet, has foreign citizenship also, because Pakistan permits dual citizenship. They have foreign citizenship also. Then this is where the country goes to, because people don't have their stakes in Pakistan any longer. Not that I'm advising Pakistan to do good or bad. I'm just saying that now they say that the government further said, and this is the Pakistan government, by the way, the Saudi Arabia signaled a new bailout package for Pakistan, but how and how much will be rolled out remains uncertain. According to experts, the IMF and friendly countries have stopped aiding Pakistan due to heightened political and economic instability in the country. Now, a lot of well-meaning Pakistanis, and I can tell you there are millions of them, well-meaning Pakistanis say that, we must start trade with India because that will help Pakistan. It's not going to help India because India does not care. We have become the 5th largest economy without Pakistan. Today, our economy is the fastest growing large economy in the world without Pakistan. And very recently, IMF said that India is that island of stability in this entire storm, economic storm that is engulfing the entire world, So good words for India, both from the World Bank and from the IMF. Now, we don't need Pakistan. Pakistan needs India. But therein lies the catch. If today India were to say, all right, you guys shut off trade. If you open it, we'll support you. The fact of the matter is, whenever the elections are held in May, June, July, August, September next year, Imran Khan will come to power if the elections are free and fair. If the elections are free and fair in Pakistan, if the election commission does not do anything wrong, if the army does not interfere in elections, if there is no massive scale rigging and booth capturing, if it is an honest election, Imran Khan will come to power. There is no doubt in anybody's mind. Imran Khan will be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan, if all goes well. Now the problem is, as soon as Imran Khan comes to power, he'll again stop trade between India and Pakistan. because that is Imran Khan's held position, that we will not talk to India unless India, takes back Article 317.35. I don't know why Pakistan should be so concerned about Article 317.35A. They were part of Indian constitution, not Pakistan's constitution. But anyway, so we'll go back and forth. Nobody's in control, and one of the reasons why the rupee is plunging in Pakistan is heightened political uncertainty, security issues, and this have thrown Pakistan into a spiral, a never-ending spiral, from which, to a neutral observer like me, it seems very difficult that Pakistan is going to be able to come out of this negativity, this downward spiral. The Home Secretary of UK, Suella Braverman, she says that, child sexual abuse in the UK, a very large percentage of predators are Pakistani origin men, which is true actually. For a very short while I was in UK, and I've heard these stories firsthand from white people, from Sikh brothers and sisters. I've heard these stories of Pakistani grooming gangs, and I encourage all of you to go to Google and look for grooming gangs in the UK, and you'll realize that in the first few lines the word Pakistani comes in, everywhere in all the articles. Pakistanis in UK are known for, I'm not saying all Pakistanis are like this, but the fact of the matter is a large part of Pakistanis in the UK have done this. I mean, in that population of child sexual predators, Pakistanis are known for this. They're famous for this in the UK. And Suella Braverman also made a comment last year about Indians, and she said that the maximum number of people who overstay their visa in the UK are Indians. And there was a lot of hue and cry from India, and the Foreign Office typically said that, this is absolutely wrong and we condemn it. Fact of the matter is that Indians do overstay their visas. In the UK, again, this I know for a fact, because I've heard these stories also firsthand. And I've had the fortune of, or misfortune of, meeting a gentleman who said that he had overstayed his visa. Now the thing is that, Suella Braverman was not wrong when she spoke about Indians, and she's certainly not wrong when she's speaking about Pakistanis. These things are true. And all you need to do is look at the various media reports that have come out. Pakistanis have done this to very young Sikh girls in the UK. They've done it to white girls in the UK. And they do it with sickening regularity. And I don't think that people need to, say that Suella Braverman is being racist in this regard. She's talking with facts and figures, and this is something that I personally know, something that I've spoken to people about. I've read about this in great detail, and I'm personally convinced that yes, if there are child abusers or child sexual predators in the UK, a large, I'll not hazard a percentage here, but I'll say that the large amount of them, a very large number of them, disproportionately large, will be Pakistani men. Or that is what they're known for in the UK. Not that Pakistan has created any great software or any aircraft or even a washing machine for that matter. But yes, what they managed to create is such people now. I was at King's College, and I've given this example before. I was in King's College, London, and there was a debate. And there was one Pakistani origin member of parliament, a lifetime peer, Lord Nazir Ahmed. Now he's been thrown out for exactly the same crime. He was a sexual predator also. He abused children. And there's a BBC documentary, exposing this. Please go to YouTube and type Lord Nazir Ahmed BBC. Just type Lord Nazir Ahmed BBC and you'll realize what kind of ambassadors Pakistan is sending to the UK. Lord Nazir Ahmed, House of Lords, Member of Parliament. Look at what Britain gives him, and then look at what he gives Britain. In Hindi, we have got a word called sanskar. This is sanskar. There are stories about, how China has renamed places in Arunachal Pradesh. So China has been saying, no, these rivers, these valleys, these mountains, these colonies, now in Arunachal, they will have Chinese names. And very smartly, the Indian Foreign Affairs people say this is a work of fiction. We don't care about what you say. And India has very, very strongly rejected this Chinese attempt to rename Arunachal. And why does China do that? Because China wants people to get used to Chinese names. So China says, oh, it's a Chinese name, So this is our territory, obviously, because it has a Chinese name. Look, here's the map and it has a Chinese name. Pakistan tried the same thing in Siachen Glacier, actually, long time back. What they did was, you know about how after 1984 Baisakhi, we took over the Siachen Glacier. And Pakistan, it was agreed that Siachen Glacier would be a part of India, but it was at such a high altitude and inhabitable. People said there is no point going there, and generally minus 50, minus 60, minus 70, 21,000 feet above sea level. People are just going to die. There's no point. So we left it like that. But it was agreed upon in the Shimla agreement, 1972, that complete area north of that line would belong to India. Now, what Pakistan did was they started sending mountaineering expeditions to Siachen Glacier from Pakistan's side. And they started giving permits. Why? Because once you give enough permits, the world starts recognizing Siachen as a part of Pakistan. Because after all, hey, who's giving permission to go to Siachen? It is Pakistan. So, it stands to reason that Pakistan has a certain claim on Siachen. That was Pakistan's argument. And China is doing exactly the same thing. Trying to rename areas, and say that, hey, this is Chinese territory. And the exact foreign ministry rebuttal says, we have seen such reports. This is not the first time China has made such an attempt. We reject this outright. Arunachal Pradesh has been and will always be an integral and inalienable part of India. Attempts to assign invented names will not alter this reality. So, that is where it stands. They say that the entire Chinese exercise is a work of fiction and it will not alter reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We need to make this channel really large. I'll try and get foreign news also, I'll try to get news from abroad also, so you have a flavor of what's happening around the world and not just South Asia or China centric. In this English channel, I'll make an attempt to get news from all over the world and give you my brief analysis every day. That is going to be my endeavor. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.